So, it has been 5 months. I am out here in my town, just a little bit, taking the dog for a walk, and I could not be happier. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful September day, 5 months on testosterone, and I'm just relaxed. I'm me. Things get better all the time. I'm feeling more myself, more confident. What has changed? I think since I got my next shot, my voice is a little bit deeper. When I did worship at church a couple of weeks ago, I got compliments that they liked my new baritone voice. I'm just getting used to it myself, and starting to really like it. I get nothing but support and compliments from the people in this city, which is really affirming and very loving, very cool. There's a lot of cars that keep driving by, so I have to pause the video pretty regularly because they're loud. So sorry about that. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's what I get for trying to do a video outside. And not in nature like I'd like to. We also have facial hair. So in the sunlight, maybe you could see it a little bit, but I did shave this morning, and unfortunately I had the wrong setting and I cut it a little too short for my liking. But it is what it is, and when you have not shaved at all for your entire life and you are figuring things out on your own, you make mistakes. That's okay. It's fine. I found a nice quiet place in a park, so that's pretty cool. There's a lady coming up with her dog off of a lead, which technically is not legal outside of these fields, but it is what it is, I guess. Anyway, what was I talking about on the way over here? I was talking about voice changes, facial hair that I accidentally cut way too short, but that's okay. They say to cut it more often in order to, one, make it appear thicker, and two, the more that you get to the root of the hair, or if you keep cutting it, it does tend to grow in better, not faster, and you're not shaving it and therefore it's thicker. You're shaving it, getting closer and closer to the root of the hair, which is a bit more dark and wiry. It's only been 5 months, so yeah, it's a little short, but that's okay. I'm hoping that it'll just grow in that much better. I love what my face is doing, my jawline, the muscle strength that I have, and the bulk that I'm starting to put on. People have noticed, and that creates a lot of euphoria for me. More people are starting to see me more as male. You know, there's a lot of still, misgenderings and she's and whatnot, and that is what it is, but most people that I am coming across, especially that are strangers, are seeing me as male. yeah, so if you can hear a bunch of wind, I'm really sorry. But I wanted to be able to do a video outside in beautiful nature under this gorgeous tree. And yeah, I just love where I live. I love the people. I love the weather. I couldn't live in a better city, I'll tell you that. I think since coming to Australia, I've grown a lot. My mental health has gotten better. It has created access to healthcare that I didn't have in the States. Beautiful friends, beautiful wife, beautiful community. I'm very blessed, and I know that. And I know that there's a lot of trans people out there that are suffering massively. And they don't have this opportunity, and I think that I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge that I know what I have, and I'm not taking it for granted. And I have nothing but hope and prayers for those that are suffering and don't have access. And I'll keep making videos, I think, because there needs to be more content out there for older people who are transitioning, to show how the gender affirmative approach is the right approach for transgender people. A lot of my changes in the last 5 months have been like emotional. Yes, there's the physical changes, but the emotional changes have really improved for me. The support and the confidence that I've gained in being myself and accepting myself as a trans person, finally, and then doing something about it, I think has really improved my well-being overall. And I'm happy. I have my bad days, of course, but on average, I am much happier than I have ever been. The confidence that I have now, it's like it has allowed me to actually like open up and be more comfortable doing things that I never was comfortable doing. Like, for example, this weekend, I got to see my baby nephew and my 3-year-old nephew. And for the first time, I actually felt comfortable holding an infant. I felt more comfortable spending time with my 3-year-old nephew. It's like I suddenly know now how to interact with children because I know who I am. And I'm not like feeling weird and out of place and uncomfortable with myself so much that, yeah. I just knew how to be an uncle. I never knew how to be an aunt. I've never known how to be a sister. But a brother and an uncle, it just fit. And that's given me tremendous joy. So what else has changed? This isn't scripted, and I haven't done like my pre-journaling chart that I usually do before a video. I just had to take the dog for a walk and went, you know what, I'm gonna do a video out here. And there have been some unexpected challenges like wind and people and cars. And if the videos are really terrible and way too windy, then I will have to redo this in the house. But it is what it is. At least I'm out here and it's gorgeous, and I get to share a little bit of just a tad of the environment that I've gotten to live in for the last two and some odd years, like two and a couple months. My mother and my sister are coming to visit in December, and I finally got to come out to my sister. So luckily I've made these videos so that hopefully they won't be too shocked. But yeah, my sister's getting used to things, and so was my mom. But they're supportive, and they're loving, and they're understanding, as much as they can, anyway. And it's an ongoing learning process, I think, for everybody. And that's okay. Because that's what I think of it. I think as, you know, I'm not transitioning alone. The people around me are transitioning right along with me. And I need to give that understanding and that grace, and not expect immediate change. And I've probably said that before, but I think it's something that has to be reiterated, because I've noticed with some, definitely not all, but there have been some that get really upset for being not called by their chosen name, or being properly gendered by family members, even if it's only been like a month or two. And I think it does need to be said, just as a point of wisdom, that in order to be respected, we have to give respect. And when I say give respect, I mean give some understanding and some grace that people have to get used to saying a different name and saying a different gender. Okay, I had to move because the wind is just driving me bonkers. What I was trying to say, I think, is that we need to give grace to the people in our lives so that they, you know, get the opportunity to transition with us. And give them time to get used to things, because it's going to take them a minute too, you know? It took us however long to accept ourselves, right? And some of us had, like me, it took me 35 years, 36 years to accept myself fully. I'm not saying they need 36 years, but they need some time too. So let's give that to them. And that's the little bit of wisdom that I've gathered. Yeah. So to get off of that note, yeah, just fat distribution is starting to change. I know it's only been 5 months, and usually for most it takes a lot longer than that. But mine's changed pretty quick. And my facial structure has changed. My jawline is changing. My mom noticed it, you know, when we were on the video call last week. She said, no, your face has definitely changed. When I do the pictures, then I can see it, but otherwise I don't really see it that much. Exercising is easier in some ways and harder in others. I have so much more weight in my upper body to lift that I've noticed that, you know, sit-ups and ab exercises, man, I used to I used to punch those out, and now it's such a struggle. It's such a struggle, and I think because I'm pulling way more weight in my upper body than my lower body now. So that's definitely a thing. But I finally started to lose a little bit of weight and put on muscle, but the amount of weight in fat I'm losing is the amount of muscle I'm putting on. So it's balancing out, which is cool. And that's just mostly diet change, improving my diet and increasing my exercise. I'm creating a calorie deficit. So if you want to know more about exercise and things like that, you know, there's a lot of research out there. I'd avoid the gimmicks. I'd avoid the any kind of diet that you can't maintain. I don't know why I'm talking about diet. I guess because as a trans man, a lot of people wonder. I know I wondered. You know, like what am I supposed to do as, like, especially in the first year? Am I supposed to do a workout and a diet plan like being assigned female at birth, or like assigned male at birth? What do I do? And I have found that you do what works for your body. Calorie deficit situation and increased exercise with a balance of protein and carbs on the opposite days of your types of workouts. So carbs on your muscle days, protein on your cardio days, definitely kicks up the metabolism in a way that is working for me. But everybody is different, and everybody's, you know, metabolism is different, and body structure is different. So just do what works for you, but do something that you can maintain. That's what I would suggest. Do something that you can keep up with, not a quick fix situation. It's going to take time. It's going to take time to build the masculinized body that you want and that you need for your mental health. It's just going to take a while. So give yourself some patience. Give the hormones time to do their job. Give your tendons and your joints. I've had a wrist injury for months because the muscles in my forearms got so tight that it's pinching nerves and tendons. So I've had to back down a little bit and make sure that I'm not over tightening my grip to keep that from being re-injured, because your joints and your tendons do not adjust as quickly as your muscles. I'll tell you that right now. So be careful. Just be careful. There's the wisdom of 5 months, I guess, and we'll see how it grows. And just the basic physical changes that you would expect for the amount of time that I've been on hormones. Again, teenagehood and the attitude. Really don't mean to have it, and yet it comes out. My very, very patient wife. It's my little dog. Anyhoozle, I should probably end this video because there's not a lot else to discuss. Voices continuing to drop and change. Face is changing. Facial hair is growing. Fat is redistributing. Mood is better, and I'm more thoughtful and quiet, and I'm happier, and I'm more confident and comfortable. My family is getting more comfortable as well with me. My mom makes a real effort to name and gender me correctly. She really is trying, and that means a lot to me. There's a lot of people out there actively trying, and that feels really good. I'm not taking it for granted. I appreciate it every single time. And when I get gendered correctly out in the real world and in public, that feels absolutely amazing as well. Because they don't know me. And they're just seeing me for the first time, and at a glance, they think I'm male. So that's pretty cool. That's very cool. Let's be real. It's very cool. And makes me very, very joyful. My relationship with God is good. I always feel like we could spend more time together, though. I've been kind of go, and I haven't stopped recently and spent a lot of time with him, so I need to do that. But I pray and I talk to him every day. So, and thank him every morning for everything that's happened in my life, good and bad, to bring me to this point, to bring me to this place. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.